Hello guys, this is Alex Andrezar, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to change the timing chain in the M271 1.8 liter petrol engine from Mercedes Benz. This is gonna be a complex job. It's gonna take a few hours to do, but it's not something that cannot be done. So what you definitely need to have is the work instruction from work instruction software out of Mercedes Benz. It tells you what you need to do. So this one tells you that you need to remove a couple of components from the top side of the engine. So we've got the entire work instruction over here. After which we have to take the cylinder head cover. It's made from plastic, so you definitely need to unscrew it in a certain fashion to avoid cracking it. Over here is something additional which I will be doing, but in a separate video, changing the carbon filters from the dashboard. This is the version of vehicle with free air filters, one being over here and the other two are in the dashboard, like I said. Again, coming back to the timing chain, you're not gonna have to remove the cylinder head. We're gonna be doing it a bit different. I'll show you. Lot of things which are needed, torque specs and all that stuff. Then what you definitely need to remove is the camshaft adjusters and also the thermostat housing. Do not remove this without removing the thermostat, otherwise you will put engine coolant inside of the engine oil bay, and that's not gonna be good. Over here you have some points where you will be able to remove the engine coolant. So what you definitely need to do is undo the cap of the coolant bottle, and then on the bottom side you're gonna have access to the radiator drain plug. And then there's another drain on the engine block towards the exhaust manifold. Let me show you. It's somewhere underneath. Hard to. There it is. That one. After this, it says to disconnect the battery. We're gonna start by doing that right in a few seconds. Then you need a rag and some tools, which I'll show you in a kit, and the tool breaker and the chain breaker tool. You definitely need to remove the alternator to have access to the chain tensioner. This graphic shows you how to inspect the belt, the accessory belt, which also drives the supercharger. Things to look out for in the accessory belt. This is the alternator removal process. This is the process where it shows how to remove the magnets, but you can remove it as one. And this shows how to remove any generic view of a component, shows you how to remove and clean the remaining gasket. This shows you the points where you have the bolts for removing the bottom pan of the engine. There's the back pan, this needs to be removed as well. There's the intake resonator. There's the portion where it shows how to remove and also install the spark plug and the coils of the spark plugs, and it shows here to put the electric grease. Proper removal of the plastic cylinder head cover. So tighten cylinder bolts in the numerical sequence. Untightening it is reverse order. This is the tensioner, and it shows you how to remove it. Remove the belt, yeah. This is the release valve for the high pressure petrol line, and this shows you exactly how to set the timing. You have some points over here on the caps that hold the camshafts in place. They need to be aligned with the dot which is on the camshaft itself. Same for the intake and the exhaust. And over here you have some marks for the cam adjusters. The engine pulley needs to be at 0T, which means that the first cylinder is in top dead center. You can check it with the screwdriver inserted into the cylinder head. And then a lot of specifications and tightening specifications over here. This shows you how to remove the camshaft adjusters. Untightening is counterclockwise. As I said earlier, you have to remove the alternator and expose this cover, small cover. It's round and you have to take it out with a flathead screwdriver, and then you have access to remove the cam chain tensioner. After doing all that, you can remove the timing cover and you'll be looking at first chain slider and the second chain slider. This is simple to remove, this is a bit more complex to remove. Again, timing marks, instruction on how to do it. Oil specification, coolant specifications. This is for the head, if you want to remove the head, which I don't recommend because it's gonna be more expensive than removing the oil pan. This is a tool specifically to remove the chain slider bolts which keep it in the engine, but I'll do it with a different way. This is the point where you add gasket maker if you remove the head from the engine. This is how to remove the exhaust manifold, but it's not needed. So let's get started. The car is now up in the air. You can definitely roll under the vehicle without any issues whatsoever, and car is freaking stable, doesn't move a bit.